You know, I just... If they just made it squid versus octopus with the pictures, then you wouldn't be seeing all this samey fan art
I mean, it's
in the
always
plaza. Like, war is bad and shit like that. And
always
sad
samey
octopus, or sad inkling, sad octoling. It's the same shit. I'm sick of it. It's not even what the Splatfest is about. You're, you know, fighting for sea snails for fuck's sake.
I'm just fighting for the sake of it.
Sick of it. This misconception. I can't stand it. So we're back on this shitty map, which is exactly why we're doing 600, except not really. Really, it's just one of those days where it's like, you know those days when you just don't feel like doing anything?
I haven't had one in a while, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that might be a me thing. Because I just kind of have them. There's plenty of shit to do it's not coming from me, is it? Nope, okay.
It's fucked off somewhere.
Oh, okay. I didn't want that. That didn't go in, did it? Nope. Speaking of playing video games for the sake of obligation, it's something I really love because Animal Crossing Roommate Edition. Animal Crossing Roommate Edition has returned, and I did day one yesterday.
Yeah, indeed.
You know, it's New Leaf. I think that there's a lot of new shit going on there, so that's kind of exciting. The thing is, we have 4 people, and I remember being like, I remember getting antsy, like wanting my turn. Pretty common with 3 people. I think my stupid stream thing isn't working.
Oh, he's in my chat this time.
Oh, okay, that explains that. What, you didn't like my Michael gif? Oh my god. I was gonna say, oh, I got 2 sides. We're good though.
Oh, the way you started, like, describing Roommate Edition there, it almost sounds like already you don't want to.
Oh, no. If I didn't want to do it, then I wouldn't have. I was just kind of surprised because the grace period, or whatever you want to call it, between Roommate Editions last time was 2 years. So when, you know, Game Boo came to me and was like, hey.
I mean, to be fair, he did, like, was forced by obligation to leave before he probably wanted to.
Yeah, I forget who it was. All I remember is it wasn't me. I'm like, you know what? That's just how it works.
It was him, because he had to, like, move or some shit.
Oh my god, right! I remember that. Wow, jeez. So much happens in a year, doesn't it? But,
So, like, I can understand him wanting to start it up again earlier, because he didn't get his, I guess... He didn't get his fill, I guess you'd say.
Either that, or I think it's because, like, everyone in our friend group is, like, playing Animal Crossing New Leaf now.
Like the hive mind.
Yeah, I guess everyone just realized that, you know, Citra's good now. So
I mean, that's fair. It looks pretty good. I'm surprised that, like, it only, like, staggered once and then crashed that once.
But yeah, that was a weird one. I think
yeah.
that's just, yeah, it's a one-time thing. But I think like that, the thing is, I think it still runs the same even when I turn the quality up by 10 times. So next my next videos should look a lot better.
Fair.
Because that's like the native 3DS resolution. So
it looked alright to me. I don't know.
Yeah, my brain kind of thought nothing of it because I guess it's just used to it, or it's like, well, this is how 3DS capture cards do it, most likely. so it just looks normal. And then I watched a stream of someone doing New Leaf right after, and it like looks so much cleaner than mine. I'm like, wait a second.
I just want to say that's horseshit right there. I got the thing into the basket of that flying piece of shit from like a mile off. Someone got their bomb in the other one. They exploded. It made it tip, and my bomb rolled out. It's fucking piece of shit.
I think the real question of the roommate edition is, am I gonna constantly make videos that are over an hour long every day or not?
I mean, to be fair, like New Leaf's tutorial is quite long.
It's not as long as the GameCube one.
I actually thought it was longer, honestly. I guess like I was also counting tutorials, all like you haven't like unlocked all the basic MMDs
Oh
yet.
no, that I mean if you're thinking of that, the New Leaf's tutorial takes like 3 weeks.
Fucking week or something.
I don't think that counts. I'm talking
It
when you
takes
get
like
free
a
roam.
bit too long to get going.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the biggest criticism of New Leaf.
Yeah.
Wait, I already have an egg. Oh. Get it? No!
Help me.
I got it.
Die.
There's like just a lot more shit. You have the mayor stuff. I think it's gonna be a bit harder to get bored here. I don't think I ever got bored of either roommate edition. But I could see how the other people playing could.
I mean, like last time it was less getting bored and more like soul crushing obligation, I guess.
No, not for me.
No, I mean for like what's his name, Pat? Where like his jaw was like eating at him or some shit for most of it.
Just the
Like,
one
he would come
time
home like fucking dead tired, and that was like regularly it.
the one time Pat yeah Pat's job, but the one time Pat like went oh god I forget, like or started past midnight and then like couldn't get the video out until later that morning, and then like as we were setting up this one, Pat just makes a comment about that. I'm like, oh, I completely forgot about that. Really, I just hope that I'm not like a dictator or something. I'm not like a dictator to everyone.
I mean, there needs to be like one GM.
GM. Like, I just kind of feel like an asshole when I'm like, all right, remember not to watch the videos until you do yours, and you know, don't forget. And then but it's like, you want Kay to come in? I'm like, all right, just to let Kay know but what I say, like the hard, soul-crushing obligations. It is obviously in jest, but I really hope that that's not what people actually think. I just think, like, is it wrong to feel like recording the video and then like uploading it on the same day is a great idea?
I wouldn't say it's wrong, because like basically if there anything I don't have to edit, you know, like the Danganronpa videos, I could just kick them out the day I recorded them, just as is. Well, except for like one of them that like had audio problems, but I don't even fucking know why. It just shit itself halfway through. I just subtly re-record bits of that one.
I was wondering with like the beetles in New Leaf, how that's a thing. I thought that those only started spawning at 11. So I was like, well, we might have to change the rules so that like you can, it's like, you know, go over midnight. And
was it a rule you couldn't go over midnight?
Well, yeah, I didn't want to say, I never want to say rule with these kinds of things. So I called it guideline. So, you know, the guideline.
That's a politician's move, though.
I know, it makes me feel like an even worse asshole, really. But it's true, you know. When it happened in the, I guess, second roommate edition, I never know what to call them anymore. But when it happened then, I like didn't get pissed. I was just like, well, that's just how the world is. We can't be perfect all the time. Unless you're me and Salmon Run, am I right?
My eyes slowly trails to the message you sent me before this.
Well, that's just more proof of it. Where I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. Nope. But here we are. Yeah, like I was thinking, because the beetles start spawning at 5, so I'm like, well, now
5 p.m. or
5 p.m. Yeah, so there's no worry at all, really, of like not being able to do them and then get a video out before midnight. But the fact that I was like, well, if it was at 11 p.m., I could see it, it's got me thinking. Because really, Animal Crossing, I think this is the same in GameCube too. I looked it up just to make sure, but I think New Leaf's like Money Rock and daily stuff spawn in at 6 in the morning.
Sounds correct.
So yeah, we could in theory go over midnight, but I was thinking less of that and more like uploading past midnight. I think like the thing is YouTube is based in Canada, or not Canada, in California, and that's 3 hours behind. I think pretty much all of us, right?
I mean, it's some. I think I'm pretty sure it's like 9 hours behind me. So
yeah, so like my pedantic ass being like, well, YouTube will still mark it as the day before when it says like uploaded on. It'll still say the day before, even if we get it uploaded at 3 in the morning. So maybe we can do that. And then if we go over midnight, it won't actually harm anyone or anyone's day. It won't ruin the flow or anything. I don't know. I don't want to make it seem like it's the end of the world if you don't do it. It's rough, man. I'm like reminding everyone to do stuff.
tell them they won't get their share of the ad revenue.
Yeah, right. Like that's a thing. Like part of me is kind of scared that people are gonna forget, at least in the beginning, because it's not a flow anymore, you know. Like once you start doing it, it's like, oh yeah, like it becomes a part of your conscience, right? Like, do I have roommates today? That kind of thing. But like, since we haven't done it in a year, I'm kind of worried that Pat's gonna like just forget today, and then day 2 is just not gonna come out, and I'm gonna be like, ooh. That's kind of awkward. We can definitely work around it, but not that I don't have faith in anyone, because these are.
Just right after expressing a lack of faith.
No, I'm just saying these are mistakes I feel like I might make. You know.
I somehow doubt that completely.
What?
You're far too diligent just by your nature.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I have OCPD, but like, I think that it's possible, or at least something I would worry about forgetting extensively. I don't know. So there's that going on, and then I think I accidentally spoiled it. I didn't know it was a spoiler, but the Sunshine Race on Saturday. I'm pretty sure I brought that up here, right?
You did, yes.
Yeah. Carl, I didn't know Carl wanted to make it such a big surprise. Like he made an announcement video, and he's like yesterday afternoon he was like, that was the last one. Well. He was like, there's a big announcement, 8 p.m. on the stream today. So I gotta feel like an asshole for anyone that had that spoiled for them here. But yeah, we're doing this big 96 Shine Race on Saturday at 3:30 Eastern.
That's your time zone, isn't it?
Yep, so 8 p.m. for you.
Sick. I can get my fucking any Curse of the Moon shit or whatever I'm on to at that point out of the way.
Yeah, no blue coins. I don't know what he means by one run, but one run.
Probably just the entire thing in one sitting.
Oh, that's what he means. Yeah, okay, that's what we were talking about. Because I'm like, 96 shines can be kind of long. And he's like,
instead of like segmenting it, where it's like, well, 2 hours where you at, and we'll continue this next time.
Yeah, like he immediately, like I'm like, we could do it all in one run, but it's like 4 hours, or we can split it up. And he's like, now we're doing it in one go. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'm down with that. I have the endurance. I'm like, I don't know if Carl has the endurance. The real question is, because I'm gonna win, is Carl gonna have to finish his run?
That's right, Carl. You're a bitch.
The thing is, I booted up Sunshine because I was gonna do it on Dolphin, but then I'm like, well, Carl loves playing all of the games he does on original hardware.
I can kind of get that.
Like he always streams. Like he always streams the games. Like he plays a bunch of old games and shit. Like he played Metroid recently. I'm pretty sure he streamed that on an actual NES. So I'm like, I kind of feel like a dick if I did it on an emulator and he was doing it on a GameCube. So
yeah, you'd want to keep it like consistent just in case of like inconsistencies between versions or whatever.
Yeah, well, see, that's what I was looking into. And the funny thing about that is I think that I would be at a disadvantage playing on Dolphin.
Ah.
In Sunshine, because apparently the game sometimes crashes. Like, there are minor things like Bowser's Goop not showing up. Like, who cares about that? But, like, bridge wobbling and stuff. But, apparently after, like, a few hours, it can crash. Like, an hour or two.
Probably some memory mines and shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, I would be at a disadvantage anyway. So last night I brought back my old ass composite, whatever it is, setup. And geez, that was a pain in the ass. But I got it working, so there's that. Now, the real problem is I'm gonna have to remember volume stuff, and I'm gonna have to remember to put a delay on, because I haven't done that for a good while. I've been streaming exclusively from this capture card and the computer at most, so there's no delay.
I've had like delay on my shit all the time, so I'm still using that one. I got it.
That should be interesting. While I was booting it up to make sure it all worked, because my Wii makes this very uncomfortable chunking noise when the disc is in it.
That's the disc drive is probably shitting itself.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, well, I just want to make sure that it'll still run GameCube games. Because there was a time where my Wii straight up didn't run GameCube games at all. Like, you'd go to the disc channel and it would be like, there's no GameCube disc in here.
Yeah.
So I bought an actual GameCube and then it started working again. I'm like, bitch, console.
I still have my GameCube. Fucker still works, it's amazing.
Is it orange?
No, it's purple.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, so let's see. If I press right, okay, the camera moves left. So I've been playing Salmon Run. What?
You've inverted?
I don't know. Wait.
Just when I hit right, like
Hold
the
on.
camera.
It's kind of hard to tell here. Press right. Yeah, the camera goes left. So
when you say left, do you mean
the camera itself? If the camera were a physical object behind me, like Lakitu, it moves left. Yeah.
Well, like if the camera's a physical object, I'm not why right? Like, I guess. I don't know. This is breaking my brain.
Yeah, because we're playing Salmon Run in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured you'd have an easier time because you know your rights and lefts.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's like it's the direction like a physical object is moving to keep my viewpoint behind me while I'm moving a different way.
Like the viewpoint is in the opposite direction of that, but then you have to be like, "Well, wait, is it really?" Hold on, let me double check.
And you're kind of like,
yeah, I guess I have inverted camera controls. So Mario Sunshine doesn't, and I've been playing this for like nearly every day for like
I guess like, the way I should ask is like, what direction is the viewpoint move? Not like the physical camera behind you, but like the viewpoint. What direction does that move?
What are you talking about?
Just, you know, like the view is opposite like where the camera is sitting. Right.
What?
To get like something to like the left of like a thing in the middle of frame, the camera would have to move to the right of the object. So it's like, is the viewpoint, which is like where the camera is looking, does like that change? Does that move to the right when you hold right on the stick, or does that move to the left?
really know.
Okay. I'll just watch the video after this and determine for myself.
But either way, Sunshine hasn't changed, so I went back, like I was playing it, and I'm like, I can't control the camera. So I think Carl has a chance just by virtue of that. I also had to remind myself that spam spraying needed you to let go of the R button and then repress it. So I know that now. I don't know if that counts as cheating, but I was like, hold on.
It's not like he's like no glitches or anything, is it?
Well, yeah, spam spray isn't a glitch. There is no glitches, but that's like clipping into walls, like clipping into that one building to get to Deathwater with Yoshi by going underwater. Stuff like clipping through for the Gooper Blooper fight in Noki Bay. Obviously, gelato skip isn't allowed. Stuff like that. Clipping in at the casino, that's not allowed. But stuff like using the spring spider to get to PD early, and for the toxic lake secret in Bianco, like jumping off of the hill instead of using the lily pad, like that stuff's allowed.
Okay.
Just no like glitches. Spam spray isn't a glitch; it's a thing in the game.
I mean, glitches are things in the game.
Well, you know what I mean. It's a control scheme, and it's not controversial like wave dashing. Am I right? Yeah, that's the only thing I basically cheated on. I think. I think like, I mean, Carl is going in cold too, so he hasn't played the game in forever. I have to imagine.
Is Carl good at video games?
Well, I don't think he'll beat. I didn't think he'll beat me at Sunshine before, so I don't think he'll beat me at Sunshine this time. But I have to really wonder how much the camera's gonna screw me over. I also have to do the question. What?
Get your practice in.
No. We're not allowed to practice. We're going in cold.
Oh, well, you're fucked.
That's a part of the thing. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that. Fuck it. The thing I'm wondering though is if I should remove the memory card. Is that just inherently faster? Like, after every time you get a shine, it doesn't waste time putting up the prompt.
I mean, if you do, you should probably tell him that, right?
I guess. I mean, it saves like a few seconds, but it's also at the risk of like, if you game over, then...
If you get fucked, then rip.
Yeah, so I might put it back in before doing like pachinko. And maybe balloons. The thing about balloons is that they aren't actually bad. They aren't actually hard, but they still stress me out. It's weird. The only hard mission in the game is pachinko. I will stand by that. Oh, that didn't work.
Alright, but here's my question. When's Billy Hatcher?
I'm not playing Billy Hatcher.
Why not?
Because that game is terrible. I already know it.
I don't think you do.
I was downloading a bunch of GameCube ISOs recently because my collection got bodied when I had to
Where did you even get them anyway?
Ask me when we're done. I get them from ripping them directly from the disc, obviously. I would never condone literal illegal behavior. Oh! Actually, it's pretty funny. Citra considers like downloading games, even if you own them, as illegal, but if you like, what's the word? Like basically rip the files yourself.
And that's because like that is like legal under the European Union, actually.
Oh, interesting.
If you own like the physical copy, you are allowed to back it up if you own it individually. That applies to like fucking everything, like any game of any system that applies to. That's why the whole like there is that whole thing of like emulators are technically legal and like it's okay if I own the ROM because I have a physical copy. It's like the European Union laws are state that is allowed, basically.
But yeah, when I was getting a bunch of those emulators and whatnot, or ISOs, I was I was like intentionally skipped over Billy Hatcher because I was getting games that like even if I have the smallest inkling of playing in the future, I'll get like Chibi Robo or something. I still skipped over Billy Hatcher. So there we go.
I see.
The funny thing about Citra is like things like Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon and Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yes.
And no one ever talks about that one anymore. It's always about Fates, so I had to make sure.
It's just Fates is the most recent meme one.
No, Fates is the most controversial one.
I mean, that's because like its entire localization was shit, and the game itself is not good anyway.
Either way, like those games that like I want to play but really haven't wanted to go back to because I can't stream them for the first time. Like they run pretty not good on the emulator still. There are games that run, really well. Sticker Star is only an okay. That's unacceptable to me.
I feel like it kind of makes sense for like Fire Emblem Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion is like full 3D all the time. It's got like a lot of physics going on.
Oh yeah, no, I understand why. I'm just saying I don't like it. Like even if I wanted to revisit Color Splash and just to make a whole write-up on it because that is something down the line that I might want to do. It would be kind of weird because I'd probably still remember some of the obtuse puzzles because of how obtuse they were, but hopefully I'll remember that they were obtuse and bring it up. Either way, like, I can't even do Sticker Star. It's like, Jesus. Nothing, I can't even do anything. Like,
you have a 3DS, right?
And Animal Crossing's the only one.
Maybe you should try and get one of those capture cards after all.
I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking, but then, like, I think I can hold off for long enough, especially because I'm not playing any games right now. It's already been like a month, and I'm doing just fine. But, like,
I don't think it's been a month since Octo expansion, has it?
Did I do that before? What's it called? Too Many Games? I think I did.
You did.
And that was the 23rd. That feels like 3 weeks ago.
It's only like really 2 weeks ago.
2.5. It's gonna be 3 this Saturday, maybe. Either way, it's been a while. But oh, that reminds me. Last night, Carl came up with stakes for losing the race, which we didn't even have. I
love that idea. I always love when stakes come into things.
So Carl said that he'll finally play Bookworm Adventures on stream if I win. And I'm like, well, okay, what should I do? And I really hate Two Fort. Like, Carl and people from his chat have been playing TF2, and sometimes it's Two Fort, and I don't like that map so much that I don't even join. So Carl's like, play an hour of Two Fort with me. And I'm like, well, it doesn't really seem equal, but I'll bring that up with him. But I might have to play like several hours of that cursed shitty map if I lose. So I really don't want to do that. At least Bookworm Adventures is a good game, you know? Oh lord, this isn't good. Yep. Man, I need people to understand. Like, I feel like I can't do the Bookworm Adventures thing anymore because it's a donkey meme. And it's like normie shit now. It's cursed. I can't do it. But
fucking rank hipster.
I've been doing Bookworm Adventures since like, when was my first Bookworm Adventures video on that cursed channel?
Like, probably like fucking actually like 8 years ago.
Yeah, probably. So I've been on the Bookworm Adventures kick forever. People are so pissed that I don't play Bookworm Adventures anymore because I think I was the only like one who actually did a Let's Play of it, and like still remain that way.
Weird to me because back then it was like the mad age of Let's Plays where every motherfucker had to have their own series of games.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, I think that's kind of why I did it. But
yeah, I mean, probably
because
like,
you either play.
You think like someone else would have tried and done it.
It's like you either play Super Mario World or you play some obscure game. There's no in between. So everyone plays Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3 and shit. And then
Mega Man.
Yeah, the one person plays this weird ass game. I mean, I don't know. I get because I don't know. The thing about Ribbit King is I looked into that after it became normie shit because it became normie shit. So
when did that ever become normie shit?
The Game Grumps played it like 3 times.
Wow.
Like they did 3 separate series of it. That's how good it was. So I'm like, heck yeah. But then I did, you know, then I did Karo King, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've reclaimed my originality.
If you say so.
Ribbit King? I love Ribbit King. Yo, same. Well, I mean, Ribbit King isn't even that popular still. Also, goodbye, Biggs, even though I can't see you.
Why do you not open my chat, you fuck?
Well, what's going on in your chat?
Biggs?
Well, yeah, Biggs. that one time, though. I don't know, there could be stuff going on. Yeah, Ribbit King's pretty dead. Like, there are only 2 runs on speedrun.com of it. I figured there would be more, especially after Game Grumps.
I don't know how you could speedrun that game.
Oh, no, you don't understand.
No,
You fool. I haven't even looked into it, and I
So
fully
you
understand.
literally have no place to say.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I still want to go back and do just... We talked about this, like, not too long ago. But just go back and do informative videos of Ribbit King. I feel like that'll be my place after I do this Yokai Watch soundtrack and maybe translate the PS4 Fortune Street. Those are my, like, 3 big projects that I feel like I'll never do. But, like, they'll help people out. Just remember, if you're gonna do a Let's Play of Ribbit King, to do the 2nd story. Lots of people forget about that one.
Even though there was one till I did it.
Or you can unlock the King and not Oinka, because no one plays the PS2 version. Yeah, your clip in, like, that one... I don't remember... You did a clip, right? Yeah. You clipped into the ground.
Yeah, so like threw myself through a wall somehow.
Yeah.
I don't even know how.
So that makes me kind of wonder if there's a way to, like, there are more places to do that in. That could help a speed run, or perhaps an only A button press run, which I already know is impossible. Because the game always aims you towards the hole, so on a lot of maps it's theoretically possible, but... Like the lava pool map in Lavatron, that's impossible for one set of holes. Oh, I gotta get this away from you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just taking out those 2 snipers mainly because they were just being complete pricks.
The 2nd story is just like more of the same. Like, I don't know, I think like there's a difficulty ramp up,
There is, like, it's like harder versions of everyone.
well, it's like there's that, like, when you fight them all again, like, you know,
Yeah.
like Lunk 2 and shit. But I feel like a lot of the AI they use for those 2 versions in the 1st story is used for, like, all of the 2nd story too. And then the final fight against, oh god, what are their names? The 2,
Gumbuga or
yeah,
something?
the ghosts, the 2 characters' names I don't remember.
Oh, those 2, yeah, I don't remember their names.
But that final fight is difficult because it's pretty much just scripted, where they get like 2 or 3 frog and ones, so you basically just have to replicate it.
I mean, it's like, I think the intention is you are meant to like actually be like Lord King fuckhole of the map and just like score all the points in the world that you will beat the frog and one score no matter what. It's like that's only like a flat 1,500 or something.
Oh no, that's too much, man. I don't
know.
I feel like there's no
that
way.
one where like in my run of it, how like that happened on the one map they got the frog and one, and I just ended up doing a 2,000 point lap of the map entirely by
Sparky
accident.
was, I knew Sparky was one of them, but I wasn't entirely sure.
Like I'm pretty sure the intention is meant to be use the map rather than aim for the frog and one.
Well, that's too difficult. It's easier to just learn the exact angle and power you need for the frog and one. Especially just watching them do it. And like another thing is the bottle cap collection. There's no specific guide. There's no even general guide on that, I think, so
Because no one played the game.
that would be nice to do.
I don't even know if we killed these taxis. They just exploded. No one behind them.
Alright,
I'm
then
dead.
one roll. One singular roll.
I mean, that's probably the other thing. You probably also expect to have like really good items and shit by then.
Ow.
You just meant to like break out all the stops to beat them.
I don't know. Like that both final fights are just unnecessarily difficult. Fuck Gumbagoo. I hate
The
that dude.
gumball one can go to hell.
Oh my god. When he hits the frog, he just shakes his head for some reason.
Oh, it's still tight.
What an asshole. Ah! All the swearing is reminding me. Carl likes to do a, likes to keep his stream PG, so I wonder what the...
I'm a casual theater.
I wonder what the, well, this, he has no reason to swear. I guess, so...
There's no reason to not swear.
I don't think he tries, you know? Like, I would be someone who tries to not swear.
Tries to swear? Okay.
No. Tries to
call,
not...
like, my cat, I can't just... to be affectionate to him, so like I would not be able to not swear. It's just part of the culture.
I wonder how he wants me to handle that in the Sunshine Run.
As reminds me, like if someone like I guess from that chat or whatever came in here to watch once and be like, oh my god, swearing. I remember that in the chat.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah. It all comes tumbling down.
Oh my god, I can't
It
even do this.
Do not believe that word.
No! Well, there's gonna be no getting me, I don't think. Oh my god, especially not now. Yeah, no. Oh, maybe I could get a splashdown off.
Someone like lagging out the fucking teleporting or something? What the hell? I didn't even see a grenade and I just suddenly like it burst to life in an explosion.
I don't know, maybe?
Like I'm just remembering those taxis exploding and no one behind them, and I think someone here is teleporting. Corner of the market, Kaka. Corner of the market.
Ribbit King.
I believe in you.
Because like a capture card for Ribbit King, I think the component capture cards aren't even expensive anymore. The Elgato one still works, I just need to plug it into this Frankenstein's monster-esque machine setup.
Why?
Because it's like, you gotta put... because of how you need it to go into the TV, you can't just...
I don't understand.
I don't know how to explain it because I genuinely don't remember how it works. Like, I was guessing how to set it up last night.
When I did it with my PS2, I just plugged the component cables into like, the component to optical cable thing they have with the Elgato. And then I just, at the other end, I just put a HDMI into my TV and off I went.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah.
You can put component in and then put an HDMI in the HDMI out?
Yeah, and then in your TV. And off it'll go, it'll just pass it straight through. Doesn't give a shit.
Oh, I just assumed it wouldn't do that because that doesn't make any sense. But,
No, it'll do it. Like, it'll be like, obviously it'll stretch up to fit your screen, but it'll do it.
Oh, no. Terrible. Fine, I'll keep my setup.
Your recorded, like, recording will still be, like, perfectly, like, matched to the source, obviously. Just that, you're, depending on the size of your TV, you may see more jaggies than actual pixels.
Did you say jaggies?
Yeah.
What's this, Banjo-Kazooie?
This is a graphical term, like, graphical...
Wow, so people seriously use that.
Yeah, jagged images, jaggies.
Like
often,
big computer
discussing
people.
aliasing and anti-aliasing technology in games.
Say the word
Resolution.
jaggies.
Jaggies.
Oh my goodness.
Somehow I don't believe you haven't heard that before.
I haven't. That sounds like a dumb nickname I would make up or something.
Well, what else do you call them? They're jagged.
Jagged pixels or whatever.
That's why you shortened it, so you can just trust them.
Oh, no. Especially into something so juvenile sounding. As an official term, I just don't get it.
Reminds me, Monster Hunter Generations is out next month.
Who cares?
Me?
This Monster Hunter World is out.
It's been out.
I know it's been out, and then it's going to be out again for a broader audience.
Not really, no.
Because while Sony thinks that they have so many people that they don't have to care about anyone else, everyone has a computer.
Not everyone has a computer that can run this thing.
I don't know, apparently the specs are really low.
No, they really aren't.
I'm surprised that
the recommended specs are like mid-high for the market. You're talking like middle of like AMD's second highest range for like recommended specs, and you know, of course, like any Intel processor is breaking the bank for most people because like they're like 200, 300 quid a processor.
Well, isn't it like really good for what
like 60 quid?
Isn't it really good for what the game is?
What?
Like the game is a big 3D game and shit. Like people were expecting it to be more demanding.
It is in a sense, but then like their specs are also aiming for 30 FPS and not like all the bells and whistles PC gamers want. So
really, I think people
somewhat unoptimized to me.
I don't know. I heard someone say that there was like an improvement in this one, but I forget what it was.
I don't know what an improvement compared to what.
I don't know, like they kind of, what is it? God damn it, I wish I remembered what it was. Something similar to like, oh god, what is it? Because I don't want to say something similar to like a patch, because they would have just patched it. I don't remember, but who knows? Either way, there are more people, like, really, I'm like, are people still, like, interested in it after all this time? But really, that's just because I kind of got, what's the word, burnt out on it. And people still are so excited to play that game. So much so that I'm kind of like, it'd be kind of fun to play it again. I think that might just be because I'd be playing with new people. So I'd be the badass. I'd be the badass who spins the insect glaive around like a cool motherfucker. It's like, whoa, Chris, how do you understand the insect glaive? As if it's not like something a kindergartner can understand.
It's because it was designed to be that.
I don't know why everyone says that the insect glaive is so confusing to use.
It's because like it's the color thing, probably. Looking at it, that doesn't make any sense, even though it does.
I mean, I guess because it was a problem when Monster Hunter World first came out, and probably other Monster Hunters when you think about it, because people didn't know about the color things, like they didn't bother to look at the tutorial.
Also, there is that, but like, another element of that is that Monster Hunter World did bring in like an entire sea load of new people.
Yeah. So people just don't know how to play the game in general, but I mean, nor did I. But I guess that's
like
not really
anything that's like more than just hit thing is like I don't understand the brain.
Like I guess that's not really fair because I played Hammer for like what 50 hours before that.
Yeah.
Despite being new, like by that point I knew how the general game loop and stuff. Man, if they just fixed slopes, Hammer would still be extremely viable. But I think it's just kind of objectively worse.
More of an entirely personal issue.
No.
Because like I played with David, who uses a hammer, and he just didn't give a single shit about slopes and was still out damaging me.
Well, that's because he doesn't know how satisfying the spin attack is. No human being on the planet would not prefer to use that at all times.
I mean, he prefers to use Big Bang all the time.
Yeah, because that's the only other good move the hammer has. Yeah, I don't know why. I just suddenly got burnt out on it on Monster Hunter World.
I mean, we did stream it for ages.
But like, I
I
don't know.
do
they're-
many ages, so we're talking like fucking 6 hour stream.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be like those people who like reached level 100 and then would still keep going, but no. At 50, I was like done. I guess that's because of just no, because a lot of stuff in Monster Hunter World is managed in a very frustrating way that I hate. But the gameplay itself was still good.
I'm tempted to go back and get the 100 and see if I can actually round off any more of the trophies.
Well, do it. Oh, right. You won't. I feel like you won't. Some of them just seem too obtuse.
It's the only real problem one is the crowns, like getting the biggest and smallest of all creatures. Because that only like even now with like new creatures that only applies to like the original game set. So stuff like Devil Joe I don't have to give a shit about, but even then it's a tall order just for how like fuck the chances are.
I textured this better. But yeah, it's not something I'd be interested in.
I'm definitely getting generations though, even if I have to like bumble about myself.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going back to normal Monster Hunter. That sounds like I did it before, but from what I've heard, there's no way I'm going to the Monster Hunter games that were back in time. To try to explain my wording there. Weird way. Yeah, hey, we actually did 1,200. That's the power of momentum. Or inertia, or whichever. They're like the same thing, right? Yeah.
I have no fucking idea. It's all magical bullshit to me.
I only know about inertia because of Mario Kart.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Before we just jump around the plaza doing nothing for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming out. And when's the next one?
4-day weekend.
Given that this one is like we did this one the day after we could have earlier. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is on the 12th. Oh, that is tomorrow.
That is tomorrow.
God damn it. Okay. Yeah, only the 12th. So we'll be back with more Salmon Run tomorrow. I feel like I won't be doing anything else, but maybe I will. Maybe
I
I'll
will
finally
be
start
playing
something else.
Curse of the Moon Nightmare mode
When?
tomorrow.
Okay. Good to know. So thanks for coming out and goodbye.
Goodbye.